Hey y'all, this is Maysha with As Long As You're Breathing. Yesterday I had a friend who was writing about divine feminine and divine masculine energies, and the conversation turned to, although she didn't end up writing about it this deeply, the reason that we use labels. As y'all know, I'm against labels and I'm constantly changing the vernacular of things, and the reason I do so is we need labels because it's how we put things into context. It's how we first, in our own mind, identify things, and then it's how we put things in context to communicate ideas, things that we've identified, to other people. But the problem is, once we've compartmentalized or segmented things out so that we understand them, is then we hold on to those ideas and we forget the very reason that we did it to begin with. And we do those things to then reintegrate and to move forward. You see, we needed to understand the terms divine masculine and divine feminine so we could understand the compartmentalization, the separation, the fragmentation of energies that had been forced upon us by societal programming and roles and expectations and ancestral programming, etc., over the years. But then once we identified them, we needed to reintegrate those energies and to live those energies as integrated beings. And then to put that energy out into society as integrated beings, individually, according to our own unique makeup, what worked for us, not what somebody else was telling us. That was the whole point of identifying those things to begin with. Not to just keep talking about the divine feminine is this, the divine masculine is that, but to talk about it as integrated uniquely within each one of us. So the whole point of labels is not to hold on to the labels, but that is with anything we identify in our lives. Any issue we have in our lives is merely for us to put things into context, only so we can then integrate that information and move past it. Unfortunately, what happens is, once we put things into context, we want to stop there and we want to think, oh, now I know the answer. When really all we found is what the issues were. Once we find those issues, then we're to integrate that and we're to move forward. And you see, that's the same model with which how we find what it is we're here to be, feel, and experience to begin with. The same model. It's the same, it's analogous to what we did with self-care. It's stopping at the wrong point. You see, what we did was, what do I want to be? What do I want to feel? What do I want to experience? Oh, okay, that's how I'm going to treat myself. And we stopped there. That is the same as, oh, I need to understand this. Oh, I've put it into context. Now I've explained it to everyone in context. I'm going to stop there. No, we integrate the energy. Now I'm treating myself that way. I'm going to put that out into the world. Now I've put it into context. I've explained it. Now I'm going to integrate what I've explained and put it out into the world. Once we have explained things, once we have put them into context, then we defrag them. We've had to put them into context because they've been compartmentalized, they've been fragmented. We're reintegrating things. And then we're showing up in those energies according to our own uniqueness, not what society has said. And then we're putting those energies out in the world. And we're saying, this is how I show up in the world. No one writes my role for me. I do. Every role is tailor-made for me. And then I am in the right role. I'm in the right place. I'm in the right energy, and the right people, places, things will be in my life. I decide. So, putting things into context, that is the reason that we have the vernacular we have, the labels we have. Not so we can say we understand everything, but so we can communicate about the different things, and then we can go within, decide for ourselves what that means, and then we can put those energies out into the world, and we can communicate to the world what it is we're doing. And we understand ourselves, and the world understands, and we understand each other in the same way. Putting things into context is not to create more labels or to create more division. It is to eliminate it so we can all live in great big capital letters as long as we're breathing. Have a great day, you all.